raise up and then we can sing together with the things. Okay, guys. Okay, guys. We are going to sing our song, right? All right. Okay. Cover me.
Your blood.
Black cover me, Lord. Mama me, oh mama me, abaya me too, only blood. Mama too, and the two, mama too, yara, mama too, yara, too, only blue. Cover me under your blood.
Cover me under your blood.
Cover me, Lord. Cover me, Lord. Cover me under your blood. I made you honor the proof. Meant to honor. Magme tu yela, mane tu yela, magme tu onete blue. Yeah.
The next thing in our program, we are going to have the presentation by the SPA, the children that are going to present the verse. CESDA, Academy Private, in front. The yellow and the red class, you must come in front to perform the verse. Here, it's fine, eh? Okay, you might just stay here. Here, eh? Here. Okay. Okay, we can start. Isaiah.
Sorry. Let's start. Okay. Isaiah.
Amen. Again, for the last time. So now, should I call the Q&A speaker? Okay, again. So
for the announcement.
I thought you did the last time. Okay.
Announcements tomorrow.
That is good.
Next week, the whole week we're doing the school and school will on Friday on the 2nd.
You can sit down. I'm going to say some few announcements. So tomorrow was not supposed to be school. It was an error in our school calendar. So tomorrow we have a normal school day. And the school is going to officially close on the 2nd of December, which is Friday. So from tomorrow, the kids are coming to school. The next week, they are still coming to school until Friday. Ne? Okay. So should I give the presentation to the?
I must introduce him first.
Eh?
First, you must just follow the program as it's the introduction of the keynote speaker.
Yes, he's here.
No, he is here.
One little finger, one little finger, one little finger. Put your finger up, put your finger down, put it on your nose. Two little fingers, two little fingers, two little fingers. Put your finger up, put your finger down, put it on your ear.
Okay, now I'm going to call the keynote speaker, which is Miss Neumbo. Miss Neumbo, to introduce the keynote speaker. Miss Neumbo, the chance is yours.
Good evening, dear parents, and special guests tonight. Are we not very special tonight? Our very special guests tonight. Good evening. Good evening. Aren't you the guests of honor today? How are you today? I'm fine, thank you, Bex. I'm fine, thank you. Okay, thank you. Actually, I'm not the keynote speaker. I am standing in front of you tonight to, you see, our program is running nice fast. So I'm standing here and I'm having the honor to introduce our keynote speaker for tonight. He is very much well known amongst us. Our dear parent who's availed himself to come. Encourage the staff and the learners and the parents to come to our school. So we are gonna call up, and before we call him up, I would love to introduce our keynote speaker of the day, a very well-known parent from our community. He is living here for the past 23 years, if I'm not mistaken. He is serving this community of Simbabasia with his intellect, with his presence, and he gave us the honor of bringing his dear, beloved son to our school for the past, is it 3 or how many years now? He's part of this school. Our keynote speaker for the night is a civil servant. He is not only serving the community of Simbabasia, but he is also a general servant of this country of ours, Namibia, through Ministry of Home Affairs and Immigration, as this, and Safety and Security as the Deputy Commissioner. Our keynote speaker, I don't want to mention his name, is a very humble gentleman who is really a servant of our Heavenly Father. It is none other than, and he loves to serve our Heavenly Father with his wisdom and whatever blessings God has bestowed upon him. So we welcome Mr. John Kakonta on the stage. Mr. John Kakonta, may you come bless us with your wisdom. Welcome, Mr. Kakonta. Welcome. And the stage is yours.
Well, Miss Neumbo, I don't know what to say about that very heavily padded welcome. That really does not befit me. But anyway, I thank you very much. Dear parents, fellow parents, our stars of the day, the graduates, I suppose I might have supposed to start with them because they are the stars of the day. Everybody the board members of the school, the principal, all protocol observed. I am very humble today to stand before you to say a few, to share with you a few thoughts and say a few remarks. I'm not going to take much of your time as we have already started a bit late and most of you are already exhausted by having been at work all day long. I just want to start by the way, the theme for this evening, the theme for our event of this evening is there is hope for early childhood development in this particular suburb of ours. And I would like to go through a little bit down memory lane by just giving a brief history, short brief history regarding the neighborhood and a little bit about the school, its history, the current situation, and the ingredients, or what I rather regard as ingredients for hope. And lastly, a word of appreciation, which will eventually be closed off with a story, a short story for us to reflect on. Basically, that is the sketch of what I would like to share with you this evening. I settled in this suburb in the year 1999. That's about 9 years since our independence. I remember during that time, people did not used to like to come to these areas. They were considered that they are too far away from town. And most of our necessities, they used to be obtained from town and from those service stations that are referred to as Southgate service stations. Those years, many plots around the neighborhood used to be idle, empty, covered with grass. And there were no schools then. Now, regarding the school, this particular school that is, it all started when one of our residents by the name Miss Jenny Morkel, who was a civil servant like me, decided to call it quits from her work. She saw the need in the community. She saw that there was nothing going on as far as the services for the early childhood development of our kids is concerned. And then she decided to establish the school. That is when this school was built, and it was officially inaugurated, if I remember. Come again? It was then officially inaugurated by our then commerce governor, who was also our then councillor for the Windhoek West constituency. She is Comrade Sophia Shaningwa, the current SWAPO Party Secretary General. I remember that this school, apart from having been an educational facility, it also used to be a venue for other important community meetings. Apart from housing our little ones, providing the educational services, it used to be also a venue for important community meetings. Can anyone remember a community committee that used to be here? It used to be called a community development year. I recall some meetings which used to be chaired by the then councillor, where discussions of other schools were taking place. That school that we are having now on the other side, our GRN school that side, I remember that project used to be discussed in those meetings that were held here. With the presence of one of the ministry's planning division, I think by the name Mr. Hinanifa that time. So those were the times. There was nothing going we have at least 3 schools, inclusive of this one. Some of the significant changes that have taken place over the years, as you may recall, the school came under new management and under new ownership. The Amazing Kids Academy. Apart from this change of taking over of this school, there were also other significant changes in the personnel of the school, as well as the change of the school from CPPS to CESDA. And of course, all these changes were for the benefit of our children at the end of the day. Among the benefits that our kids have acquired, I particularly noticed that our kids picked up quite a lot of good skills and a healthy learning attitudes since the new changes that were highlighted earlier. And these skills have stimulated their thirst for further learning. They not only can recognize alphabetic numerical characters, but also they know how to count. They are able to engage in addition as well as subtraction. So those are some of the significant impacts that we have observed since the new leadership. I believe, and I think the same goes for most of you parents, that indeed our children have improved in their learning and acquisition of skills. A lot of activities have taken place during the year. Some of them you have observed the other day as they were calculating and counting big numbers. These little ones adding big numbers together, just like drinking a cup of water. Those skills are going to serve them well in their future. Let me share with you a small story about the importance of the skills. There was a giant ship, a big giant ship that failed. Its engine failed completely, not working. Then the owners have been trying one expert after another to fix their ship. They couldn't get the job done. Until one day, someone introduced them to a very old man. This old man used to be fixing ships in his early days, in his youth. So the old man came. He was having a bag of his tools. He came, and then he inspected the engine of the ship. Then after looking things over, he reached into his bag of tools and just took out a little hammer. He just took out a little hammer, and then he tapped at something. After tapping at something on the engine, suddenly the engine came to life. It started draining. Thereafter, the owners of the ship, they received a note from him. His invoice, $10,000. What? The owners were protesting. He hardly did anything. What is the 10,000 for? So they decided, no, we're not going to pay this guy. He must first explain. They wrote him a letter that says, please, if you want us to pay you, give us an itemized bill regarding the work that you have done. So the old man did as he was told. And it had 2 items on it. He said, tapping the engine, $2. Knowing where to tap, 9,998. So they had no way of running away from their payment, and they had to pay. That is the importance of acquiring such skills like our little ones here. Now, on the third item that I would like to share with you this evening is about the ingredients for hope. Ingredients for hope for our early childhood development in our area. There are about 5 out of the many factors or ingredients into that equation. There are about 5 factors that have been identified as contributing to the growth and development of early childhood development. One of them, nutrition. Our little ones need to attend their school not on an empty stomach. They need a balanced diet. And the second item identified are the social and cultural practices, as well as, lastly, the environment. Now, on these social practices and the environment, I would like to especially add a special focus on the issue of creating awareness in our children about their Creator. It is very, very crucial that they learn the concept of their Creator at an early age. They need to know Him. They need to know that only He brings benefit and words of harm and repels harm from them. in the area of bringing bringing benefit to people, I would like to share one statement from the Islamic perspective on the issue of God bringing benefit. Every good thing that comes to a human being is a benefit from the Creator. One of the statements reported from Prophet Muhammad in this regard, among the things that have been revealed to him by his Creator and Sender, God told him that no one can benefit anyone without his permission. He said that if the whole of mankind and the whole of jinn kind, Tila, Umbili, So he said, if the whole of mankind, and from the first one to the last one to be created, and the whole of jinn kind, if they were to gather together to benefit you with anything, they will never be able to achieve it except with that which has already been written for you by God. They can only benefit you to that extent. If God has not written it for you, no matter what you try, whether with witchcraft or whatever, it will not come your way, except if he has already written for you. Again, on the other hand, on the other side of the coin, he said if the whole of mankind were to plot and come together to harm you, no harm will befall you, save to the extent that which the Almighty has written for you. So our children need to be brought up with such concepts and awareness of their Creator. They need to understand the concepts of righteousness and wickedness as part of their upbringing. Regarding righteousness, we have to understand that this is only to our own benefit. Another discussion or narration. Okay. Just a second. Okay. Let me wrap up. Apparently the time is going. Yeah. So in short, these are among the ingredients that my thoughts that if a person is brought up knowing that his Creator is watching him or her, in terms of morality, at least he will be able to walk upright in life. Such a person is likely to walk upright in life. And then the next item is word of appreciation. To you children, I am very proud of the way the children love coming here to school and look forward to what they learn every day. Seeing the big smiles on their faces in the mornings is fantastic. They have learned to love learning, and that skill will help them so much as they progress with their education going forward. We pray that the Almighty grant you success in learning and in acquiring useful skills and information that will transform you into responsible citizens who will take the lead in managing the affairs of their country. And to our teachers and management, our kids are so blessed to have teachers and management like you who truly loves and care for them. Thank you for everything that you are doing. Thank you for helping our children to explore new ways of doing things. You are such a wonderful people. We are so grateful for everything you have done that led up to this day. And I still believe that there is room for improvement. And that you will continue finding innovative ways to improve on delivering education to our young ones. To my fellow parents, congratulations. Congratulations on your children's graduation. All of your children have worked so hard, and you should all be very proud of their accomplishments. Your children should take the vacation to relax and have fun, but they should also continue practicing all the skills they have learned in this school. Let's continue supporting the school to accomplish its mission. I now would like to conclude with the short story that I have promised. The story is about the lion, rats, a snake, and the honeycomb. Once a man saw in his dream that a lion was chasing him. The man ran to a tree. He climbed on it and sat on a branch. He looked down, and when he looked down as he was sitting on the branch, he saw that the lion is still there on the ground, just waiting for him. The man then looked to his side, where the branch was sitting on, which was attached to the tree. And then suddenly he saw that the branch which he is sitting on, where it is attached to the tree, there were two rats that were chewing the branch that he is sitting on. One rat was black, another one was white. The branch will fall on the ground very soon. The man then looked below again with fear and discovered that a big black snake just settled under him, under the branch where he was sitting. So the snake opened its mouth right under the man so that he will fall into it. The man then looked up to see if there was anything that he could do or hold on to. Then as he was looking up, he saw that there was a honeycomb above him, you know. And then drops of honey were falling from it. In that situation, the man wanted to taste one of the drops of honey. So he put out his tongue so that the drops of honey start falling into his mouth. The honey was amazing in taste, very amazing. So he wanted to taste another drop, and then another, and another. And as a result, he got lost into the sweetness of the honey. He forgot about the two rats eating his branch away. And he forgot the lion on the ground and the snake that was sitting right under him. Then suddenly, the branch broke. And then he remembered, when the branch broke, then he remembered all the dangers that were awaiting him on the ground. And then he woke up. Since this was a unique dream, the man went to a pious Muslim scholar to know its meaning. The scholar said to him, "The lion that you saw is your death. It always chases you and goes wherever you go. The two rats, one black, one white, they are night and day. They always circle around, coming one after another to eat your time as they take you closer to death. And the big black snake with a dark mouth is your grave. It's there, just waiting for you to fall into it. The honeycomb is this world, and the sweet drops of honey are the luxuries of this world. We like to taste a little of the luxuries of this world, and it's very sweet. Then we want to taste a little more and more. Meanwhile, we get lost into it, and we forget about our time. We forget about our death, and we forget about our grave. May the Almighty keep us awake from sleep and keep taking note of our time in this world. I thank you.
Finally. Okay. Thank you so much for the powerful message from Mr. Kakonda. I hope we all take something from the message. So the next thing in our program, we are going to have a special item from the yellow class, but unfortunately, they are going to perform all of them just to save the time. Eh? Okay. So the red class and the yellow class. They are tired. The next item in the program, we have the special performance by both of them. So this message is going to be for the parents, guardians, and all of you who came to witness your loved one's graduation. You must listen. The message is in the song. All right? Okay. While the kids are sitting, we have awards presentation. Who's going to give the award? So the principal is going to give the awards in the following. There will be a transitional awards in the red class, kindergarten awards in the yellow class, and the pre-primary awards in the yellow class. There will be also a leadership awards. There will be the third prize, second prize, and the first prize. The science fair awards and the mathletics awards, and also the administrators awards by teacher Geraldine. The principal.
Okay, good evening, parents. Once again, this is now the moment of truth that we have been waiting for. So we would be calling up, not in specific order, for these ones, the transitional ones for the red class. We are not going to call in any specific order, but the achievement awards we would do. So without any further ado, teacher, can you please come and receive your awards for your class? And then you hand it over to, oops, Aquila Sovases. Aquila, can you come up front to come receive your award? Aquila Sovases. Okay, in this case, I would love to suggest something. We would love to hand over the gifts as the little ones are receiving. So perhaps it would, we just finish up with that process. We hand over the gift and the parent can also come just very fast so that we can please finalize this process as soon as possible. Aquila Tovases, any gift? And the family can come as well so that we can quickly just make it fast. The Tovase family, perhaps if they, but very fast, please. Where's Okay, a family photo, just very fast. Teacher Audrey, can you keep the snack as well as they are coming up the snacks? Yeah. You can put the box here, but so that it can be. Hi, that's a good one. Viera, Viera Shuluga, is it? Viera, come up. Do it later on. Travis Chirimuye. Travis. You can come up as well, mommy. Just make it fast. Just come up. And your gift as well in front. And the gift, why is the gift in at the back? Look at the camera, Travis. Skylar Stearman. Sky. Look up, Skylar. Her face was covered. Okay, Sari Madden. Sari. Sari's mommy's coming. Wow, Madam photogenic. Okay. Dinelago, Grasa y Johannes. Dinelao. Transitional. Okay, are we? Give teacher. Do you want the photo? Do you want the photo? The father is not looking. It's not too far. Monica Ushona. Wow. Okay, Irene Idowu. Idowu. Okay, Madam Irene is here with a beautiful face. Should I open?
Okay.
Okay, you can open. Okay, next is Inotila shoe, yeah? Inotila? When? Now. Inotila? One special award.